Image, at UFC on Instagram. Jorge Masvidal is ready for a title shot following his historic UFC 239 win over Ben Askren. Masvidal 3-4-1-3-0 put Askren's 1-9-1-0 trash-talking to rest the best way he knew how, the record-breaking KO by flying knee. The rivalry between Jorge Masvidal and Ben Askren was thought to be put to bed last Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Within just 5 seconds of round 1, Askren was knocked unconscious on the floor. He took the bait from Masvidal and walked straight into his mid-air knee as he went for the takedown. Going into UFC 239, Funky had an undefeated record that included his time at ONE Championship and Bellator. The first round finish by Masvidal exposed a weakness in Askren's fighting style which future contenders will likely try and capitalize on. After defeating Askren, Gamebred is now on a 2-fight winning streak. His last fight was an explosive KO victory in the second round over Darren Till at UFC London. Jorge Masvidal is one of the most experienced fighters within the welterweight division. He is also considered one of the most underrated fighters in the division. Last week, Yves Edwards said Masvidal was one of the best fighters he'd ever faced. Many fans believe Masvidal's UFC 239 performance definitely proved that. Gamebred has highlighted why he is a contender not to be messed with and arguably why he deserves a shot at the title. He told Joe Rogan he plans on taking the belt from the current champ, Kamaru Usman. He said via MMA News, "I'm coming for that belt. You know who deserves that belt. I deserve that next title shot. After this performance, I don't want to say anything. I'll let the fans do the talking. They pay guys to fight," Jorge Masvidal said. "If you want to see a fighter, and not someone on social media talking about fighting, that's me." He talks on Twitter and then put his crotch on people's face without throwing punches. Usman last fought at UFC 235 when he stole the welterweight belt from Tyron Woodley via decision win. The Nigerian Nightmare is currently recovering from injuries but is looking to return to the octagon in November at Madison Square Garden in New York. Masvidal's friend and training partner, Colby Covington, is scheduled to fight Robbie Lawler at Fight Night 156 in August. A Covington vs. Usman fight has been peddled back and forth for a long time, but is yet to come to fruition. Depending on the results of Covington vs. Lawler, and Usman's injury recovery, a fight between Covington and Usman could be on the cards. Meanwhile, Tyron Woodley is anticipating a rematch with Usman next. There are a lot of fighters hot on the heels of the current welterweight champ, but will be first in line for a shot at the title. Should it be Jorge Masvidal? Sound off in the comments section. Penn Nation. This article first appeared on bjpenn.com July 8, 2019. Let's block ads. Why?